I wonder if we should pick it out in gold. I say we, I'm not going to do anything. Oh, cool, we've got expanding foam. Got some beautiful compost if anybody wants any. We're going to have to be super careful not to break this. I'm impressed with this. And here we are right at the top with these big coping details. I don't know what that is. And a bracken growing out. There's a lot of vegetation coming out of this thing. I'm back. Bridlington. Got sister company, Ram 80 here, doing some trials, cleaning the faience. Let's go and have a look and see what's going on. Up on the top deck, I think we'll start here and book his way back down. But now we've got the scaffolding up. Looks a little bit worse than I first thought. Just had a look round. There's a lot of vegetation coming out of this thing. It's like the botanical gardens of Bridlington. All these copings, we've got veg growing out of them and some beautiful shrub. I don't even know what it is. It's probably a dead bubula by the looks of it. Moss. Joints on these copings will have opened up ever so slightly, allowing, it's probably going to be like bird poo or detritus that's got in there and allowed a nice bed for vegetation to start growing out of it. Same on down here, these projections are always a nightmare. You can see the joint opening there. Yeah, it's just all growing into these open joints. And a bracken growing out. It's beautiful. I mean, in summer, it's going to look magnificent. Not what we want it to be looking like anyway. We want it to be clean and crisp and white again. I don't know what that is. Looks like we're going to have worms in the building by the looks of it. But this faience detailing, beautiful scrolls on it. A few little chips I've noticed here and there, but I mean, yeah, wow. It's beautiful. Massive is that thing. You can see just all these open joints, wherever it's got an open joint in, we've got something growing out of it, and it's down on that projection as well. All down here, veg growing out of it. Now the back's an interesting detail. You can see the brick core. Obviously they haven't faience this section because no one's ever going to see it really. Roof details, hips, flash band on, never good. I think these hip tiles need rebedding. Got windows which look into the light well. I think it's in the attic room, but then they'll shine through to that first floor with a nice ceiling in. We've got a couple of slipped slates in here and a gutter that is fairly full of vegetation. This would have been lead originally, but someone's put a rubber lining down it. I don't know what it's going to be like, but we'll get it cleaned out and we'll have a look, see whether we need to replace it. Now we're on top of that bay window, the semicircular bay window. I think this one, once of it here, would have been lead. It is now rubber. I don't know what we're going to do with that. Again, it's on its first day I'm here, so we'll have a look at this, see what it's like. We might leave it, or we might replace it. Look at this beautiful detail around this circular window. I think this window is going to need a bit of work doing to it. Some nice glazing in there too. Oh, I don't know what happened to that bird. Again, slate missing there, but the rest of it looks alright. Got some copper cramps by the looks of it in here. This one's got some damage on here. And here we are right at the top with these big coping details. Nice finial on it there. And the top of this window. Beautiful. This faience, if you imagine like a tile, a glazed tile, that is what this is. It's, I don't know if you can see it, you can see it's dirty. but you can just see the imperfections in it. So this is like a glaze, is this? A very dirty looking glaze, all on these joints. You can see it's very dirty. But yeah, wow. I'm impressed with this. That's beautiful. And all these pieces would have been individually made to make this. Someone's designed it, and then obviously it's all been made. And underneath here it's just like brick. So it's just like a massive lump of glazed brick, if you will. Fantastic detail on it. And this looks like an imperfection, probably a brick imperfection in the brick. But there's some cracks running through it. We'll have to see what these are like. Looking at this top section, it looks in pretty good order. There's nothing loose, nothing crumbling, apart from all this vegetation that's growing out of it. And that's a pretty easy fix. We can just treat it, and then later on this week, little lads coming around with some other lads, and we're going to start raking it out. And what we'll do is we'll get the vegetation out, and then we'll power wash the joints, so we get all that soil and that kind of lovely bed that all this vegetation likes to grow in. We'll power wash all that out, lime grout it, and then we can point it. But overall, it looks really bad, but it's not too bad, I think. Look at this expansion bolt for where they've put scaffolding up in the past. They've just put it right in there, and it's blown all the faience off. We'll get a repair. You can get like a repair for it, a resin repair. So I think some of these areas where we've got exposed subsurface there, we'll put a repair on them. Windows are in good shape, apart from they just need a little paint down. I think we're going to go green on the colour scheme for this. It will look better than black. It's just, there's no kind of personality in black. It's yeah, no, I think green. Anyway, let me know what you think. Comment. What colour? I'm saying green. Like, just off mid-green, going to a ever slight dark green, but not dark green. In between them two, you know what I mean. But hey, I'm up for ideas. Let me know. Never used these scaffolders before, but quite impressed. Got caps on the ends to stop it damaging the faience, and I've asked them to go into all the joints, and they've gone into all the joints. That is rare for scaffolders to listen to what I actually tell them to do. I'm impressed. So this is deck below top deck, but on the whole, it's looking pretty good. A little bit of vegetation here and there. All the windows are fine. A little bit more vegetation down here. The only thing, we've got this build-up of black carbon. You'll see it on all these ledges, like under here. It's got this hue of black carbon everywhere, and this is what we want to try and take off so that we get this really nice white faience coming back through like this. Top of the bay window, some nice corbels, dentils, curved glass as well. We're gonna have to be super careful not to break this, but it just looks like it hasn't been painted for about 10 years. However, overall, it is in pretty good nick. There's some glazing beads that we need to remake. They've just got this little oval bead that goes on around them. The bay window bottom half, looking a bit worse for wear is this. Looks like somebody has planted plywood on this, because you can see vertical, horizontal. So it looks like someone's curved some plywood down what probably was a rotten sill before, bodged it back together. Got some beautiful compost if anybody wants any underneath here. But there's glass, nice curved glass on it. We've got the glazing beads there, which are really probably 8mm thick. Yeah, semicircle on the top. To fix it, glazing beads off, glass out, what we need to do, take all this sill out. We probably need to splice some of these as well. This is just a cover piece, this cover strip over 2 casements that are buttered together. So this should come off. We're probably going to have to go, here we are, these, don't want to wreck it too much. Oh, cool, we've got expanding foam. Yeah, so I can get my finger up up there as well. So this is probably going to want splicing, this casement. It's going to want splicing up here somewhere. This one, I think nearly all these casement legs will, yeah, that one comes up here somewhere. So all these casement legs, so basically we take the glass out, chop everything off down to this level, make new and put it back together. Jason in Joinery Workshop, he was out yesterday. He's took a template of the curve. I know there's a fancy word for it, but it's early in the morning and my brain's not working. He's took a template of that, so he's got that. We're going to make the sill slightly bigger as well. He's got the dimensions of all the casements as well. So what we're going to do is, I say I'm not going to do anything. This is going to get made in the joinery workshop. We're going to bring it to site. We might need to just alter it slightly, but yeah, basically a full new bottom section of this window, glazing back in. I just hope we don't break this curved glass, because that's going to be a nightmare to get, and I don't think we're going to get it in the 4 weeks we've got to do all this facade. Oh, this is one that Jason's been attacking. Yeah, he's been in here. So yeah, you can see exactly the same. Everything from probably here down, gone. More foam in it, but we'll soon have it looking like brand new. You'll see this section here. It's probably a bit cleaner than everything else. We've just brought the Yosh system, and yesterday lads were just having a look and seeing do some trials basically and seeing what results we can get. We've done another section down there as well. And we're using a dolomite abrasive, which is very soft. It's probably about 2.5, I think, on the Moff's hardness scale, and it's not damaging the glaze on the faience, which is a good thing. That's working well. The only issue we've got, the compressor we've brought is not big enough. We need, I think, some more air pressure to go through it, or else this is going to take weeks and weeks to clean. And we haven't got weeks and weeks. I think looking at the test samples we've done, there's no damage whatsoever on the faience. So I'm thinking we can bring a bigger compressor, get some more air pressure through it, and we can do it quicker. So that's going to be probably next week now. We'll come back and look at that. Someone's asking about this in the comments. Hull Cooperative Society Limited. I wonder if we should pick it out in gold. I wonder if we get gold to stick to this. That'll be beautiful. I ain't gold, I think. I don't think we'll get anything to stick to it. But anyway, that's what it says. I'll be back next week once we start getting into it, doing the cleaning, doing the grouting, the pointing. Do a video then. Catch you next time.